the highly secured doors at Triad Forensics Lab in Winston-Salem.
It's never dull, and we love that.
You never know just what Lauren Stainback and her team of scientists and researchers may be testing, or the question they're trying to answer.
This is evidence from a closed case, cold case.
The question here, can the lab extract dried blood that's nearly 3 years old from this shirt?
That's a collar.
And tell if the shooting victim that was wearing it had drugs in his system.
All the blood that was saturating this, you can see the stain there. Now the blood has left the shirt and it's in the solution.
Like many cases, Triad Forensics was hired privately by the victim's family.
Well, they would know that what they were told by the police department and those that were at the scene was valid.
From creating ways to test old evidence to testing the safety of an all-natural bacteria that could be used to eat spilled oil in ocean water, this lab has over $2 million in equipment capable of analyzing things by parts per trillion.
That's what makes us unique. Triad Forensics, we can try the off-the-cuff, hairball, harebrained, crazy stuff. So literally, a grain of sand can be all it takes sometimes, especially with nanotechnology and looking at things on the nano scale. It doesn't take a lot of evidence before you can build a really solid picture of what happened. And I'm just going to pipe that into these two wells here.
One of the lab's latest tests, this unknown, brand new cleaning solution.
I think there are about 1,000 different bacterium in this solution.
The manufacturer claims it can keep surfaces clean for days while also protecting them from wear and tear.
We're trying to see how does it do that. So you see what looks like a gray mist in there? The cells are extremely tiny.
At just over a year old, this totally independent lab set up shop here in the Piedmont Triad Research Park to take advantage of researchers at Wake Forest University Baptist Medical Center. In a year's time, the lab staff has more than doubled, and they now have clients from as far away as Turkey.
It's always changing. It's never the same sample. It's never the same situation.
Crime labs, hospitals, food and chemical companies nationwide need the lab's independent results so the results will hold up in court. And to get those unbiased results, until they're turned over to the company, no one here knows exactly who they're testing for and what the paying party hopes the results will be.
And we assign everyone a number and a case number, and that's the end of that. They're just a number when they hit the lab.
From forensics testing to flavoring for candy, there's also some impressive DNA work done here too.
So it's for solving crimes or answering questions. Somebody wants to know, is this my child? Isn't this my child? Do I have any kind of susceptibility for a disease? We can also test for that.
In this lab, there's no limit to using science to answer just about any question.
It's a lot of responsibility, but it's something that I think we all step back at the end of the day or the end of the week and we're like, wow, we did some really life-changing things and we feel good about our results. Yeah.
In Winston-Salem, Brent Campbell, Fox 8 News.
Deep in the heart of Seattle, a company is growing. And they've been growing since 1932. All Gas SDI manufactures products and systems used with a variety of off-grid fuels. These fuels include LPG, synthetic natural gas, and both compressed and liquefied natural gas. Since our beginnings over 80 years ago, we've deployed more than 20,000 systems in 87 countries on 6 continents. Our contribution is clear, and our purpose is even more clear. Our products improve the reliability and productivity of off-grid commercial, industrial, and utility gas users around the world. All Gas was founded in Los Angeles, California in 1932. Operating as American Liquid Gas, the company distributed and sold bulk propane. Under the leadership of Harold W. Smith, All Gas acquired Barton Brown Engineering in 1937. The acquisition fundamentally changed the All Gas business model. Barton Brown Engineering provided Allgas a patent on one of the earliest propane carburation systems for an internal combustion engine. With this patent as the seed, the manufacturing and engineering division of Allgas began to grow. Allgas was soon recognized as a pioneer and a leader in the use of propane and air to simulate natural gas. As America's thirst for natural gas and propane grew, so did Allgas. In 1961, Allgas was acquired by Union Oil of California, who later became Chevron. The bulk propane division was absorbed, while the manufacturing division of Allgas was segregated and renamed Allgas Industries. In 1967, Allgas Industries was sold to Squibb Taylor, a Dallas-based manufacturer and distributor of LPG and anhydrous ammonia equipment. Nearly 20 years later, Allgas Industries was sold to a holding company based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In 1994, under their new ownership, Allgas acquired the assets of Interex, a Seattle-based competitor. This acquisition accelerated Allgas's expansion into the SNG markets of Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. We've now told the Allgas part of the story. The second part of the story remains. E. Sam Dick was a graduate of the University of Washington. In 1958, along with two partners, he founded the E. Sam Dick Company. Beginning as a manufacturer's rep, the young firm was contracted in 1961 to supply part of the complex HVAC system used in the Space Needle. Constructed for the 1962 World's Fair, the iconic Space Needle remains today the defining feature of the Seattle skyline. Throughout the late 1960s and early 1970s, the E. Sam Dick Company concentrated on industrial and utility natural gas customers. This was a challenging period for the energy markets. Customers faced daunting gas curtailments and deliverer problems. SDI benefited, but changes to the industry were near. In late 1978, the natural gas situation reversed as a result of congressional policy. High demand and low supply were replaced with high supply and low demand. SDI retooled their business plan and applied focus on both domestic and international off-grid markets. The company patented and introduced the world's first dry electric vaporizer, the Power Series. This product forever changed the face of small to medium-sized LPG vaporization. Innovation became the company hallmark and remains today a defining trait of Allgas SDI. The newly developed electric vaporizers found great popularity, especially in Asia. SDI was also playing a pivotal role in providing large-scale city gas plants to South Korea and China as their natural gas infrastructures were developing. In 1995, SDI was acquired by Eclipse of Rockford, Illinois. In 1999, Sam Dick Industries and Allgas merged to create Allgas SDI. Joining the two manufacturers proved to be an excellent strategic move. In 2006, Allgas SDI acquired the direct-fired vaporizer assets of Alternate Energy, a small firm located near Atlanta, Georgia. With organically developed innovative products such as Zimmer, Second Sun, Torex, and Hydrex, and with additional manufacturing plants in China and Mexico, Allgas SDI is fulfilling the aspirations and hopes of the many people who've contributed so much over the last 80 years. We stand today as a leading manufacturer of gas heating, vaporization, and gas blending solutions. Our products hold certifications or approvals including FM, UL, CSA, CE, ATEX, DEMCO, ASME, PED, and others. We've developed and adapted vaporization technology from our legacy products to leverage growth in today's CNG and LNG transportable fuel markets. Our expansion into CNG and LNG forms the cornerstone of our overall strategic plan for both our China and North American operations. At Allgas SDI, we differentiate ourselves by our unwavering commitment to innovation and purpose. At Allgas SDI, our goal is a customer for life.
Anybody catch what happened with tsunami over the weekend?
At West Forsyth,
Stuart Egan is trying to teach college-bound kids the value of broad-based knowledge.
If you know what's going on in your world, you got some things to talk about.
But kids today often skip talking for texting, and Egan isn't a fan of what it's doing to some of their schoolwork.
Because when you text and you use, OMG or LOL, things that are kind of universally known, sometimes that filters through as well.
Filters through into the academic work of even his brightest students, like the ones in his AP language class. And it's not just
LOL or OMG or any, those
IDK.
acronyms. IDK is a very famous one. And you also hear it in his speech. IDK, Miss E.T. No. What? Say it fully.
Up and down. Okay.
Katie Farkas has also seen students in her SAT prep class at Dudley High School in Greensboro blend text speak into their academic writing.
They need to understand the difference between informal and formal. It's part of the professional world to be able to write and speak properly. It's part of, the collegiate world to be able to write and speak properly.
That's what Lang is. It's all about audience.
Which is why these teachers don't have a problem with kids using text language in their teenage worlds. The school even uses it in the right forum. See that ticker on the bottom of this screen that's in West Forsyth Media Center? It's telling kids that tickets for a performance go on sale tomorrow in Textese.
Every generation has its lingo, its jargon, its slang, and some of it sticks around.
The question is where it sticks. I had an old college professor who told us that we as journalists are defenders of the language. Well, so too are teachers. And when teachers like the ones you've seen in this story tell kids that they have to learn to speak and write the language properly for the professional and academic worlds, the kids say, well, look at poetry. Isn't E.E. Cummings' manipulation of the language and text and font just a precursor to what we're doing?
I think you need to understand how language works before you can distort it for a certain audience. And most teenagers know that they can distort it for this. The problem is the audience is not always that.
Linguistic tricks are fine as long as you've mastered the fundamentals and know when to use them. Bob Buckley. Fox 8 News.